If you're brand new to birding, this is the video for you because I have 10 tips that are gonna help you learn faster, avoid some of the common mistakes, and just enjoy the process that much more. If you stay all the way to the end of the 10 tips, I'll have one extra special bonus tip for you that you don't wanna miss. Tip number 1 is to remember that birding is a skill, not a talent. I bring that up because when you first start birding, it is natural to compare yourself to so many other people that are getting identifications quicker, are seeing more birds than you. Remember, they were once in the spot that you are now. They were beginners at one point too. We all have to start somewhere. And people aren't born with a natural aptitude and talent for birding. It's a skill we all practice and develop over time, and we slowly get better and better at it. So try and enjoy those early stages, find what's really fun, and get better over time, and don't try and be perfect immediately. Tip number 2, remember that birding can look different for everyone. There are so many ways to bird. You might want to set up backyard bird feeders and watch the birds out your window. Or you might want to scope out the perfect location and camp out until you can get the very perfect photograph. Or you might just want to go around like crazy on these multi-day excursions in hopes of finding a huge amount of bird species. I just named a few different examples here. There's so many different ways to bird, and you can choose whatever way you want to. Try a couple of different sub-niches, experiment a little bit, but ultimately find what makes you want to come back to the hobby over and over again. Tip number 3, don't rush into expensive gear. Birding is a hobby that can be totally free or extremely expensive depending on the route you want to take with it. As you're just getting started and you're brand new to the hobby, don't invest a bunch of money because you want to make sure it's something that you truly enjoy. Start with what you have. Take your normal outdoor essentials. Bring a water bottle along, bring some snacks, and a notebook or notepad will help you write down observations you see or just take notes as you're doing some birding. Now, one piece of gear that is going to take birding to the next level and really unlock a whole lot of potential for you is a good pair of binoculars. But when you're first starting, don't go super expensive. You can start with the cheap pair and just start using them and getting used to how birding works. Or even better, if you have some local nature centers or libraries even, you might be able to borrow or rent some for free. I guess that would be borrowing then, not renting. But you get what I mean. You might be able to get a package. My local Salt Lake County library offers a package that you can loan out from the library that comes with a pair of binoculars and a field guide for you to get started on your journey. As you really start to fall in love with the hobby, and I think you will, that's when you can consider upgrading some of your gear and investing a little more heavily if you're sure it's a hobby you're gonna do for a while. Focusing on another tool to help you get started, tip number 4 is to download Merlin. Merlin is a phenomenal app for beginners created by the Cornell Lab of Ornithology that helps you identify birds. Now, please take some caution here because Merlin is not perfect, but it's going to get it right a lot of the time. It has 2 features that I think are going to be crucial for you. Step-by-step identification, where you can describe the characteristics and the behaviors of the bird that you saw to the app, and it can give you a list of potential birds that you can scroll through to see what fits the bill for what you just saw. No pun intended on bill. And then the other feature that is really, really great is Sound ID. You can let your phone listen to what it's hearing all around you, and it'll suggest identifications for you. Again, it's not perfect. It's not going to get it right all the time. You should use it to confirm what you believe to be the case or just aid your learning process, but it's going to help a ton nonetheless. There's also a way on Merlin to track a life list if you'd like to do that as well, and a bunch of other awesome features in the app. It's seriously such a great tool for beginner birders. So we got the mentality right, we got the tools. Now let's prep and decide where we want to go birding. Tip number 5 is to start local. Go someplace you're comfortable. There's birds everywhere. Go to your local park or a nature preserve that's really close to you and start to get used to what you commonly see at these locations. Repetition is just going to help you get better and better at birding. And if you go to a local place pretty frequently, I think you'll get better that much quicker. And now as we get into the actual field, some more tips for you. Tip number 6 is don't ignore the common birds. These are going to help you build the foundation for your birding journey. And identifying a lot of these common species correctly will increase your confidence with bird identification. Notice the behaviors they do or the traits that they have that are unique to them. And when you see a bird that just doesn't look like one of these species, you can quickly rule out all of those common birds that you already know. Don't you worry, rarities will come and you'll get the chance to see rarities, but the common birds are going to be what's around all the time, and learning to enjoy and appreciate them as well as identify them is going to be crucial for your birding journey. Tip number 7, as you're out in the field, learn to observe before you identify. This is a huge mistake that most beginner birders make. They have their field guide along with them, or they have the Merlin app that they're scrolling through trying to figure out what the bird is, and they're not actually looking at the bird. Observe. Note down in your head, take mental notes or even physical notes on what the bird is doing. Is it bobbing its tail? Is it hopping from branch to branch? Is it feeding? There's so many things that you'll want to take note of that are going to actually help you identify the bird. And just observe and enjoy the sighting, because if you're too focused on your field guide and flipping through the pages, or your head's down in your phone looking at the app, the bird you were looking at and trying to identify might be long gone when you look back up from that device or book. And last in the field tip number 8, is to track the birds you see. This is one of the best parts about birding. You can start with just a simple notebook, write down birds you're seeing while you're out in the field, start to maybe put together a life list and start tracking what birds are brand new for you. A life list is just that, all of the birds you've seen in your lifetime, so anytime you encounter a brand new species, you can notch that down onto your life list. There's tons of notebooks and field guides that have pre-built formats for you to be able to do this, or you can consider a solution like eBird, which you can download to your phone. It is made by the same people that make Merlin, that allow you to submit checklists using your phone, and it'll automatically track your life list, your county list, your state list, or your country list, just by tracking the data on your phone and sending it to their database. But tracking seriously is one of the more enjoyable parts about birding. It becomes sort of a challenge to find new species or find some cool species in the area that aren't usually there, and you wouldn't know about those experiences unless you were tracking. Then there's also a side benefit too. You can look back at some of your birding adventures and recount what it was like on that day. Tracking birds also helps you remember what's generally seen in the area, and you start to learn about different habitats and the areas around you, and you build your birding skills that much more. And the last 2 tips are going to help you up-level your birding experience that much more and make it more fun. Tip number 9 is to go birding with more experienced people. If you can, tag along on a nature walk or reach out to a birder who you admire or look up to and see if you can go birding with them. I know when I first started birding, I had a handful of friends that I started to go with that were way better birders than I was, and it seriously helped my journey a ton. And it's also so much more fun too. I don't want to go birding with people all the time, but it's really nice to mix it up and go on adventures together. You'll have those shared memories and bonds on these incredible birds that you saw. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by some meadowlarks flying over. Losing my train of thought because of them. Birds are just always on the brain. And when you're with these birders that are better than you, ask lots of questions. I know as a more experienced birder myself, I'm super pumped at the idea of being able to help beginner birders or people early in their birding journey. And when I was early in my birding journey, I actually had people reaching out to me, offering to take me places and show me certain birds. It's seriously so phenomenal. The community is one of the best parts about this hobby. And along those similar lines with the community, tip number 10 is to get connected. Join groups or local chapters, clubs. That's gonna introduce you to more birders, and you can start to learn opportunities maybe to potentially volunteer or learn from people about what the best hotspots are in your area. The top 2 things I recommend you do is 1, see if there's any local Facebook groups. Here where I'm based in Utah, there's a Utah Birding Facebook group where there's lots of awesome discussion about some of the best hotspots in a given region of Utah, or people questioning a bird they saw and needing some help with the identification, or just sharing some cool bird photos. I love being a part of these groups, and I try to stay active every once in a while and catch up on some of the new posts because I think it's such a fun aspect of the hobby. The other thing you could potentially do too is look into local organizations. Here in Utah, and specifically in Salt Lake, we have places like the Tracy Aviary, we have Hawkwatch International, the Great Salt Lake Audubon, and a lot of those places offer regular birding walks or events that you could start to consider attending, or they just have cool like grounds and offices to visit and resources that'll help you out in your birding journey. Those are the 10 tips I wanted to give to you, and as promised, since you stayed all the way here, I'll share one bonus tip with you. After a couple of months of birding, you start to expand out and go a lot more places. I would encourage you to, one, explore different habitats. That's going to unlock a whole new set of birds for you. If you primarily bird in the forests or some local parks by you, maybe consider going to the wetlands. And kind of along with that too, consider birding in different seasons. As it's a brand new start to the year, right now you're probably in the midst of winter, but if you wait and start birding in spring, birding really takes off then when migration happens. So new habitats, new seasons is my bonus tip for you. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future educational videos. I have some upcoming about apps like Merlin, doing a deep dive, talking about some common birding terms, and some more resources that I think you'll really enjoy. But thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Happy birding.